Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shen Briscoe, coming to you live right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? Today's January the 19th, 2023. God, happy birthday. Shout outs going out to Karen Williamson. And so, without further ado, hey, Karen, here's a birthday song just for you. I said, hey, Karen, hey, you heard it's your birthday today. So, happy birthday. Yeah, I'm going to say, you know, you're 1 year older today, so a happy birthday to you, I say. I say, hey, Karen, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another trip around the sun that you made. I hope you're enjoying your special day because, well, it's your happy birthday day today. Your happy birthday day today. Hey, happy birthday to you, Karen, and many, many more. All right, how about that Shin Show fans? Yeah, those are folks that make it even spectacular and possible for me to want to do this show each and every day. Like Martin Kelly, a.k.a. Smiley, Doug Bell, a.k.a. Steve Clary. As a matter of fact, he always shares the show, so that's a good thing. I'd like to appreciate all those out there that are sharing the Bible with Briscoe 2023 also, because these days we need that word shared. Amen. Amen. Don't forget to tune in and like and share. All right. Hey, then we got Diana Gray and Sherry Williams Devine, Jaime O'Driscoll, and Savann Murphy Beason, Mary Ann Williams Briscoe, a.k.a. my mommy. And then we got Sweet Sunny Day Girl, a.k.a. Rachel. And then Lori Moore, a.k.a. Lori Taylor, a.k.a. Thumper. And then my very favorite Pokey pals, Amanda S. Little and Julie Regot. And there you go. Those are the Shin Show shout outs for today. That Rachel, she's like to go out of Rachel from Nashville. That's right. But anyway, that's her. Okie dokie. Hey, those were all the Shin Show shout outs for today. Now we are back on the other microphone system, so if anybody's out there and has comment or whatever, and can tell me whether I'm still getting the at least same sound effects I was getting prior to, well, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Got all kinds of things here in my way, so it's like everything is trying to jump up on the Facebook page at the same time, my computer here at the same time, which drives me crazy. Crazy. I'm feeling so crazy. And crazy for crying, crazy for trying, and crazy for loving. Crazy, crazy for feeling so lonely. All right, here we go. Weather forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. You know what? We're going to bring it to you today by Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church is a non denominational Christian church which is located at 2054 Campus Drive, St. Charles, Missouri. So come on by Refreshing Word Fellowship Church on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. for our hour of Bible study, which starts at 7 o'clock, about an hour and a half generally. Starts at 7 p.m., runs to 8:30 p.m. If you can't catch it by coming on in, there's a Zoom link, and I always put that at the bottom of the show on Wednesdays. So if you would like to catch the daily bread the 7 p.m. Bible study for Refreshing Word Fellowship Church, you would look down below on Wednesdays. I have the link posted down below. All right. Hey, then you can also stop on in for Thursday's hour of power prayer, which is from 1:30 to 2:30 in the afternoon. on Thursdays. And then for our Sunday services at 11 a.m. Sunday morning. So come on by. Actually, is it 11 a.m.? 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Starting the praise and worship 10 a.m. So, all right, there you go. That's the starting for your weather. And here's your weather forecast. Weather forecast is cloudy, sometimes late, with some light rain will be falling throughout the day. High temperatures of 41 degrees Fahrenheit with winds west at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Chances of rain 70%. Higher wind gusts are quite possible. And then for cloudy skies this evening, then flowing into cloudy skies overnight. Low temperatures of 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be west to northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Yeah, that's not bad. 10 to 20 in the middle of the night. Yeah, if you live in a trailer, it might put you through a fright. Anyway, Friday, January the 20th, intervals of clouds and sunshine with high temperatures near 40 degrees Fahrenheit with winds west to northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. About added an extra 5 miles per hour there. You know, me and my math, we're gonna have you flying down the road, aren't we? Mostly clear skies overnight with low temperatures of 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be light and variable north to northwest at about 4 miles per hour. Saturday, January the 21st, mixture of clouds with and sunshine. That means, not all sunny and not all cloudy. And furthermore, not all cloudy and not all sunny in the morning, followed by cloudy skies in the afternoon. Now, see, that means less chances of seeing the sun later on during the day. Of course, right? All right, then. High temperatures of 43 degrees Fahrenheit with winds east to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then a few showers in the evening with precipitation turning to a mixture of rain and snow overnight. Low temperatures of 31 degrees Fahrenheit with winds light and variable. Chances of precipitation 40%. And the thing is, easterly winds at about 4 miles per hour. And 31 degrees means it's just enough below freezing to maybe accumulate some garbage on the streets. So just remember. Okay, Sunday, January the 22nd. A few clouds and a few flurries. Yep, that's cloudy with a few snow flurries and some showers, quite possible. And snow showers, that is. High temperatures of 41 degrees Fahrenheit, which means those that snow will melt right off. So it's no big deal. Sunday overnight, we got considerable cloudiness with low temperatures of 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be light and variable north and northwest at about 6 miles per hour. And then for Monday, January the 23rd, intervals of clouds and sunshine with high temperatures of 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Cloudy skies overnight, low temperatures around 30 degrees Fahrenheit, winds south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for our fifth and final days of weather forecast, which is the fifth day of this week, which would be Tuesday, January the 24th. Considerable cloudiness with occasional rain showers in the afternoon. Some mixed winter precipitation possible with high temperatures of 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be east to southeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 50%. And for precipitation, that is. Rain and snow in the evening and then turning to all snow later on at night with a temperature of 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, folks, this is where you start getting into your wintry, slushy, gooey junk to drive in. So just remember that on Wednesday morning when you wake up, you're going to have some gunk on the road. Chances of precipitation 60% with snow accumulating 1 to 3 inches. And so there you have it, folks. That's your 5-day forecast for your weather for your St. Charles viewing area. Tis all the way, all day. All right. All righty then. What else going on here? We got them ice sculptures coming up. I hope you don't rain on them. They're on the 28th. Well, we can always go and check that. Maybe we can. Will they give us the 28th? It sure should. We'll try that. Saturday, the 28th. Saturday, 28th of January, partly cloudy skies, highs near 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. That's not bad. It'll be cold enough to keep from the ice from melting too awful bad, and it'll give us a chance to not be rainy or nasty weather. So there you go. That'll be cool. The ice carving competition, January 28th, 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So got a little while there during the day to let that happen. We'll bring that one to you by Jaime O'Driscoll. Now, punch yourself in the head. Jaime O'Driscoll with Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie on Facebook. And or she throws a lot of stuff over on eBay, folks, and the buy seller trade here in St. Charles on Facebook. So check her out, Jaime O'Driscoll. It's got all kinds of cool stuff. All right, well, already then. That was who brought us the uh, quick interlude of the ice show coming up here on Main Street. So there you have ice carving competition, shall we call it? Oh well, the boogie, scoot and boogie, scoot boot and boogie along. I wanted to sing a song. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a song to sing. Black sheep, have you any wool? Oh yes sir, 3 bags of wool. Up, 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 up. Big dogs, big wheels rolling, moving out home. Gotta keep 'em rolling. Song lyrics, big wheels rolling. Left my sweetheart long ago. Left my sweetheart long ago. She cried and stopped and pleaded and begged me not to go. We had a quarrel and I started to roam. Big wheels roll, big wheels carry me home. Big wheels rolling. Gotta keep them rolling. Big wheels rolling on. That is not the right song that I was looking for. Song lyrics, big wheels rolling. Song lyrics, moving on. That ain't it. Song lyrics, moving on. Merle Haggard. Try this. Big wheels rolling, moving on. Big wheels rolling, gotta keep 'em rolling. Big wheels rolling, moving on. Well, the white line is the lifeline of the nation. And a man like Williams, sonny, make it a move. Living like a gypsy, always on the go. Don't know what's the best way, no, they don't know how to do. I said jamming gears has got to be a fever. 'cause men like become addicted to the grind. It takes a special breed of man to be a truck driving man and a steady hand to do that load behind. Big wheels rolling, big wheels rolling, big wheels rolling, moving on. You gotta keep 'em rolling, big wheels rolling, moving on. Well, all night the country music keeps 'em going, and Will and Sonny keep on moving on. A good hot cup of coffee is waiting up ahead, and the rhythm of the highway hums along. Well, jamming gears has got to be a fever, 'cause men like become addicted to drive. It takes a special breed, man, to be a truck driving man, and a steady head to pull that load behind. I said big wheels rolling, big wheels rolling, moving on. Big wheels rolling, gotta keep 'em going. Big wheels rolling, moving on. Go to sleep. There you go. That's the song I was looking for. Bop. We're gonna do a couple of truck driving songs. Don't know why I felt like the urge to do truck driving songs, but we're gonna do them. Let's see. Song lyrics: Roll on Highway, Alabama. You got it. Roll on highway, roll on along, roll on daddy till you get back home. Roll on family, or roll on crew, roll on mama like I asked you to do, and roll on 18 wheeler. Roll on, roll on, roll on. Well, it's Monday morning. He's kissing mama goodbye. He's up and gone with the sun. Daddy drives an 18 wheeler, and he's off on a Midwest run. You got it. And the three sad faces gather around Mama. They ask her when Daddy's coming home. Daddy drives an 18 wheeler, and they sure miss him when he's gone. Yeah, they do. Oh, but he calls them every night, and he tells them that he loves them. And he taught them this song to sing. Roll on highway, or roll on along. Roll on, daddy, till you get back home. Roll on, family, roll on, crew, or roll on, daddy, like we ask you to do. And roll on, 18 wheeler. Roll on, roll on. Well, it's Wednesday evening. Mama's waiting by the phone. It rings, but it's not his voice. Seems the highway patrol has found a jackknife rig in a snowbank in Illinois. That's right. But the driver was missing, and the search had been abandoned. For the weather had everything stopped, and they checked all the local motels and houses, and they had some more news they'd call. That's right. And she told them, well, when they found him, to tell him she loved him. And she hung up the phone singing, a roll on highway, roll on along, roll on daddy till you get back home. Roll on family, roll on crew, roll on mama like I asked you to do. And roll on 18 wheeler, roll on, roll on. Well, mama and the children will be waiting up all night long, thinking nothing but the worst just is coming. With the ringing of the telephone, All but Mama, the man upstairs, was listening when Mama asked him to bring Daddy home. And when the call came in, it was Daddy on the other end, asking if she'd have been singing this song. Roll on, family, roll on along, roll on, Daddy, till you get back home. Roll on, family, roll on, crew, roll on, Mama, like I asked you to do, and roll on, 18-wheeler, roll on, highway, roll on along, roll on, Daddy, till you get back home. Roll on, family, roll on, crew, roll on, Mama, like I asked you to, and roll on, 18-wheeler, roll on, roll on, 18-wheeler, roll on. That one wasn't near as good as the other one was. So I can torture you no more, don't you know? That wouldn't be prudent to put you through it. I wouldn't be prudent at this junction to put you through that wonderful function. But one more truck and driving song. All right. Now that I fixed the microphone again, one more truck driving song. Oh, let's see. Song lyrics way up on the Great Divide. Hmm. Song lyrics Wolf Creek Pass. Song lyrics Wolf Creek Pass. Me and Earl was a hauling chickens on a flatbed out of Wiggins, and we spent all night on the uphill side of old 37 miles of the heck called Wolf Creek Pass, which is up on the Great Divide. Well, we was still in those. We was sitting there sucking on toothpicks and drinking knee highs and onion soup mix. And I says, Earl, let's mail a card to mother and then send them chickens on down the other side. Well, yeah, let's give them a ride. Wolf Creek Pass way up on the Great Divide, trekking on down the other side. Well, Earl, he put down his bottle, mashed his foot down on that throttle, and then a couple of boobs with 1,000 cubes in a 1948 Peterbilt screamed to life. But we woke up them chickens and we roared up off into that shoulder and spraying pine cones, rocks, and boulders, and putting a ton of 400 head of them Rhode Island reds and a couple of burnt out roosters on the line. Look, look out below, 'cause here we go. Wolf Creek Pass way up on the Great Divide, trekking on down the other side. Well, we commenced trucking, and them hens commenced clucking, and then Earl took out a match, and he scratched his pants and lit up the unused half of a dollar cigar and took a puff. Says, "My, ain't them pretty up here?" I says, "Earl, this hill can spill us. You'd better slow down, or you're gonna kill us." Well, just makes one mistake, and it's the pearly gates for them 85 crates of USDA approved cluckers. So you want to hit second? So Wolf Creek Pass, wake up on the Great Divide, tricking on down the other side. Well, Earl grabbed on that shifter and he stabbed her into fifth gear, and then the chrome plated, fully illuminated, genuine accessory shift knob came right off in his hand. Well, I says, "You want to screw that thing back on there, Earl?" And he was trying to thread it on there when all of a sudden a fire flew off his cigarette and dropped down, sort of rolled around, and then lit in the cuff of Earl's pants and burned a hole in his sock. Yeah, sort of set him right on fire. Well, I looked out of the window and I started counting the phone poles going by at the rate of 4 to the seventh power. And well, I put two and two together and added 12 and carried the 5 and came up with 22,000 telephone poles an hour. Well, I looked over at Earl, and his eyes was wide, his lip was curled, and his leg was fried, and his hand was frozen to the wheel, like a tongue onto a steel or to a sled in the middle of a blizzard. And I says, Earl, I'm not trying to complain, but the time has come for you to explain if that if you don't apply some brakes real soon, there ain't gonna have to pick us up with with a stick and a spoon. Well, Earl reared back and he cocked his leg and stepped down on as hard as he could on that brake, and the pedal went clear to the floor and stayed there on that floor. And he says, I was sort of like a stepping on a plum. Well, from there on down, it just wasn't real pretty. I was a hairpin. It was hairpin country and switchback city. One of them looked like a can full of worms. Another one looked like a Mer- Marion germs. Right in the middle of the whole darn show was a real nice tunnel. You wonder, you wouldn't, now wouldn't you know? The sign says clearance to the 12-foot line, but these chickens was stacked 13.9. Well, we shot through that tunnel at 110, and like gas through a funnel, the eggs through through a hen. We took that top row of chickens off, slicker than scum off the Louisiana swamp. Now we went down and round and round and down, and we ran out of ground at the edge of town, bashed into the side of a feed store to down into downtown Pagos Springs. Wolf Creek Pass way up on the Great Divide, trucking on down the other side. I said Wolf Creek Pass way up on the Great Divide, trucking on down the other side. Okay, that was long enough. Yeah. All right. Hey, it looks like it's story time with TV Grandpa for the kids. And so, without further ado, I think we should flip on over to that. Let's see if we can't find one. Lisa was in here yesterday, so we kicked out her favorite song and story. And let's see. She said she had a favorite song the other day, so I wonder about that. See if we can find that real quick. What it was, and what it was baseball. Yeah, see there. Funds. What? I don't know. We were doing some chatting yesterday, and now I can't find it. That's because she's moved into this new kind of chat thing, and well, I don't know where to find it. Hmm. Yeah, I just have no clue. That was a picture of sunshine on her shoulders. But I don't know. We had a conversation yesterday, and she does her messenger through some other type of a deal. Anyway, where am I at? I got a new tab open. I got this tab open. I got another tab over there open. Okay, let's see. We're gonna do bedtime stories. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Free bedtime stories. That's us. That's what we're gonna do. Some free bedtime stories. Oh, them's is all. Them's is all the same kind, not the kind I was looking for. Well, great passion from the great big shines, trucking on down the other side. Yeah, yeah. Do, 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 I can't remember the name of that song. I think it's just the doot doot song. Do 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 boop 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 doo. Catch me if you can. The red goose and the blue goose and the talking shoe. Well, once upon a time there was a talking shoe, and the shoe said, "Ooh, but Eureka, what are we to do? Put some powder on. You can try that on for size. Put on fresh socks each and every day of your lives. You know, there's certain things that you can do to keep away from having a bad shoe. But that's all there is. And enough about feet and enough about shoes. There was a talking cat which walked through the house, and he talked to the little bitty talking mouse. And he said, "Hello, mouse. How are you today?" And the mouse looked back at the cat and said, "Are you talking my way?" Well, the it scared the mouse to think that the cat would talk to it, but he did, and that was the way they carried on a conversation. And boy, I tell you what, the the cat and the mouse got along just fine together. Sure did. That was the way it worked. Diddy do 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 dip dip do 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 dip 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 do 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 you do 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 Sorry, I'm just kind of looking for something. Let's try this one. Mother Bear's Call. It doesn't look too long. Never read it before, so we're going to give it a shot. Mother Bear's Call. From an upper window, spied the children coming, tugging and the breakfast along basket. Mama Maria from the upper window spied the children coming, tugging the basket along, and she called down to old Uncle and Aunt Susan about the pizza. Now, if them children aren't bringing home a cub, old Uncle stirred his hammock and Aunt Susan went down the steps. What will they do next? Said old Uncle. And as the twins came up with a joyful outcry to exhibit their treasures, he rose and peered into the basket. "'Tis a cub, surely," he said, and he looked at the children from under his shaggy eyebrows. "Will you fetch in a catamount tomorrow?" he asked sternly. We thought you would be pleased," as he faltered. "Why, Uncle," cried Allie. "Why, old Uncle, don't you love a baby bear? I just want you to see him suck my finger. You can't help but loving him. I love you." "I love you," teased old Uncle, catching up here to place in a hammock besides himself. "But you can't keep him alive on your fingers, even if he only sucked up one a day." "You're just funning," said Allie. "Pincher knows how to feed him, and so does Michael. I reckon Essie and I could too." Old Uncle. "Well, we won't let him be a bit of trouble," said Essie. "Of course he won't be any trouble," said Aunt Susan. She and Aunt Rose had brought a bottle of warm milk with a rag over the top of it, and they put it into the little bear's mouth, and the whole family gathered around to see him take his dinner. His grunts of satisfaction were very funny, and at last the little fellow let go of the bottle, stretched himself, and rolled over on the grass and looked so good natured you would almost have said he was laughing. And Aunt Susan said, "A little bear is a little dear." And so, therefore, the cub must have been pretty tired, and was all the attention and endearments he received that day, not to say anything about Mr. Will's efforts to make him stand on his hind legs, and when he tumbled over every time like a little um, mold of jelly. But at last, and after his supper, he was put to sleep in the shed on a little truss of hay under an old blanket, where as soon as he was alone he began to whimper for his mother. But the children did not hear him, and they had trooped up the stairs to their own beds, all of them as tired as the cub himself, and were presently sound asleep. A great moon arose, white and solemn above the hills, and poured her silver over the the forests, and the whole world seemed to sleep. It was just in their first sweet slumber that everyone in the house was awakened by the strangest and the most melancholy and the most frightful sound they had ever heard. Now it was loud, it was high, and it was shrill. "Who, who, who?" it came. Now it was a long, low growl, and now again it was a series of sharp cries and like barks. It was a roar, and something was knocking about the chairs in the piazza. scratching at the windows, lumbering down the steps and plowing and plunging over the grass. Something was very heavy jaws and come clap, clap along the front of the house. And finally, it made off clumsily into the direction of the shed, and it raised such an uproar that right there that the sky rang with it. Now everyone out was out of bed and at the windows. The twins, half hiding behind the curtains in fright, shivered as they saw plainly in the mid moonlight a big creature standing erect, cuffing away at the sides of the shed, and whining and growling all the more when a little whine and a little yelp answered from within. Now Pincher saw the children and laughed, because he was standing at the window at the other end of the long hall. "It's Mother Bear," he called. "Hear her? He- Where's my little bear?" she's asking. "Where's my little baby? You folks give him back, or I'll eat your babies. Little Bruin, I'm a sharing of you. You want your mommy, don't you?" And she smelled you all the way here. And how may I go to fetch her? Eh, out of the or out blast her if I know, but I'm gonna fetch you either way. I say, give me my little bear. Here's a dreadful bright bear. If you folks only seen him eating of blackberries, you'd know how smart he was. Say, I just can't lend him. I've got to go and get him real fat, for we know we go into winter quarters. Now, how'd you get here anyway, you little scamp? Could Couldn't I just leave you for 5 minutes? You were safe asleep and in a soft holler. And then when I was awaiting, enter the river with a beehive in my arms, so's to drown the bees and get their honey, off you go. Don't you know little bears should mind their mothers? Oh, someday took ye brr. Well, I won't leave so much as their aprons if I can't lay paws on them that done this, unless so be it, Allie and Essie. But I have to box those ears for them, I guess. I says, now, folks, I'll tear the place down if you don't give me my cub. "Oh, Pincher, does she really say all that?" asked Allie. And Pincher, would she tear the house down?" cried Essie, while the poor mother, Aunt Susan, and exclaiming, hurrying into the dressing gown and slippers, and then she and old uncle ran down the back way, followed by Pincher, and they took up the cub and opened the shed door a crack and pushed him through and banged and bolted the door behind him. Everyone looked out at the cold, and the mother bear stood off a moment on her hind legs. Then she fell on the cub like an avalanche and held him in her arms as any mother holds her baby, and licked him from top of his head to the toes of his feet, and laid down and gave him his dinner. After that, back gazing back at the house every step or two, with a growl, she lurched off. Little Brian Laboratory following, but Pincher declared that the last he saw, uh, as he watched her out of sight, she was up on her hind legs carrying her baby in her arms like anybody. And the twins watched as long as they could see her. Then Essie began to cry. I want to keep him, she said. I love him so. And so do I, said Allie, with her arms around Essie. But I guess, Essie, we'll have to get along with Boo Boo. I wonder how Pincher knew his name was Bruin. Some day we'll go in the woods and call for Bruin, and perhaps he will remember us. His mother loved him, Essie. I suppose she was so sorry when she found him gone. Mothers must have their babies, Essie, and why they belong to them. So if you foolish children don't go to sleep, called Uncle Billy from some remote quarter, I'll call Mother Bear back. Oh, don't you believe you? Uh, oh, do you believe you could? Answered Allie. Oh, Uncle Billy, I wish you would. Okay, there you go, Mother Bear. That was it. That was the story time with TV Grandpa. I don't know, never read it before, so it kind of might have kind of sounded a little weird. Anyway, it's the daily bread portion of the program time for right now. And the daily bread portion of the program is going to be brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2023. Yes, the Bible with Briscoe 2023 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2023 will be Genesis 46 through 48 and Matthew 13, 1 through 30. Father, I just thank you. Well, where do we go? Anyway, today's daily devotion in the daily bread will be But I Am Telling You. But I am telling you. And we will be reading Matthew 5, 43 through 48 for our scripture and insight. And here we go. But I am telling you. This is love for Enemies. You have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemy and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. If you love those who love you, what reward will you get? Are not even the tax collectors doing that? Now, if you greet only your own people, what are you doing more than others? Do not even pagans do that? Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect. So there you go. Say hello and welcome yourself to people all the time, every day, and introduce yourself and bring yourself up along the way. Don't you know? You should always introduce yourself to folks so that they know who you are and you know who they are. Life could be a dream that way. All right. Hey, that's the daily bread portion of the program, which was brought to you today by Shenandoah Briscoe. The Bible with Briscoe, that's who it was. The Bible with Briscoe 2023. A daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. So come on back and see us again tomorrow. That's it. I got one more song for you, though. Well, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. This here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, God loves you, and so do I. So come back and see us again tomorrow because, well, God willing, we'll be here. And we hope that you are too. Goodbye. Good night. Have a blessed day. We're out. Ciao for now.